Well, hi. You did get me more relaxed, and I dropped my mouse, so I'm gonna reach and get it. You get to see all kinds of me. I'm in a very relaxed position, as you can see. Hi. Okay. I don't like it when my mouse falls on the ground or anywhere else. I don't like anything to fall. It fell on the ground again. Here you go. Keep carrying it. I got a curve in my bed, so let me move myself. Yes, I am comfortably in my bed, which is really now it's really day 6, I think, but this is day 3. So I'm going to do this live. Perhaps if I get myself up and ready in about an hour or two, I might do day 4 so I can kind of catch up, sort of. And maybe if I'm still awake, a couple hours after that, I'll do day 5 because I'm behind, and then I will be up to the right day. Now, when you see, if you go to my Substack, which you should, because that's one of those things where I'd like you to go, you can check out the stuff that has to do with the particular day we're in. In fact, let me pull that up so that we have it. I'll put it up here. I have found ways to get into what I need to get into. So let's go to Substack. That way I can do stuff like right here in the comments, especially if anybody does come here, you get to read the addresses and how to subscribe, which you should. I've also did put in how to buy my what's my thing, Ange, which is really what all this is about me for the next 62 days. And now well, we're on day 3, but we're not really. We're actually at day 6 because it's just after midnight until my 62nd birthday. Now, yeah, they're showing me. Let me go to my website, get for this particular day, my dashboard, because I want to give you the right day. At least, let me see, do something here. Not on day 3, but just saying. Let's go here. I'm going to share. I guess would be get a copy of something so you can do this. I think I should be able to copy the link. And here we go. So I will back here, back here. And it just brings up everything and everything else at the same time. So let's paste it here. So go here. And just send it in. There you go. Go here. Subscribe. If you haven't subscribed here for my manifester Angela 28, and you're watching this, subscribe. First of all, I thank you, and I'm honored to have you, and you will learn a lot here. Trust me. I seem to go on, well, at least with the lives. I'm pretty talkative, as you can tell, and you know, you're seeing this happen. So I'll try to make this as quick as possible, only because I want to kind of go through what I said. So today is day 3, which means you do not have to stay with toxic people. I'm sharing 62 days of wisdom I've learned in my 62 years. Yes. So staying in poison doesn't make you loyal. It makes you sick. All of these things that I'm sharing are probably things that I did make the mistake of doing many times because I was young or younger. In fact, I was younger every minute. I'm getting older, but every second I was younger when I started this. So as I was saying, there's no trophy for enduring someone else's chaos. It kind of relates into the other days that we talked about. They all kind of relate. And I have actually had a boyfriend, and this is all in the article, who told me we've been together too long for you to break up with me, which is a ridiculous thing to say. That's toxic. First of all, I don't care how long you've been with somebody. Now, by the way, when he said that to me, I had only been with him for maybe 6-7 months. We stayed together a whole 9 months, and that's too long. We had no children together, and even if you do, you don't have to stay in toxicity, because if they're toxic to you, they'll probably be toxic to the children at some point anyways. You hear these terrible stories where it's very hard to get out of a situation. I got you there. Meaning, if you have children or you have just a toxic person who says, I'm going to kill you, which is what also this person said to me. He goes, I can kill you. If you ever leave me, I'll kill you. I heard those kind of things. I was only in my 20s, so was he, and it was interesting because I don't know if he would, because again, I don't know if he was capable of it. He probably was. Oh, believe people when they tell you things. That'll probably be one of the wisdom days, but that'll be a different day. Believe people when they tell you stuff about themselves. Now, he threatened me. That wasn't him telling me about himself. I'll kill you if you leave me. It could be him telling me about himself, but I don't think at that point, even now, he doesn't have a history of murdering anybody. I know he hurt a puppy once, but that's not, and that's also a bad sign. But it was after I broke up with him, a long time after, that he hurt a puppy dog. And he felt terrible about it. Again, not an excuse. And I hope between now and then, because it's been many, many years, because he would be 60, 59, 60. I would assume he got help for it. I'm hoping he did. But I digress. The history is I've talked to him. Was very nice to me, and there was no ill will. But for many years, I had heard that he was still angry at me, and it's kind of scary. That's a toxic thing, to be angry at somebody for many years that you don't even see anymore. Yeah, that was pretty good. Again, and then I reconnected with him many years later, let's say 30, 35, and he was fine. And he had been married and divorced. Probably reasons for that. I believe, in fact, when he was married, I think it was a puppy. They both got together. They never had children together. In some cases, that might be a good thing. And that's fine. Neither one of us had children. He used to tell me, just funny, about the toxic things that I noticed early on. I'm an actor. I will be an actor the rest of my life in many ways. I will always go back to theater and film and whatever I can get my hands on. They'll hire me. I'm working on some things. Right now, I've been kind of focused on this, on helping you. I love to help other people, always have. So this is my foray into acting, and I'm not acting, but, talking to you. I do teach acting. I haven't had a client in a bit, a student, but I will. It's been just a little bit. In a lot of the things I do, because I do take on students for all the things I teach, like law of assumption, which has been my focus, and helping others get where they want to be, including actors. If you're an actor, take what's my thing, and if you will, in fact, my what's my thing, and all of them, when you read there, I have different levels and different things that, from $11. And right now I'm running a contest, but I'll get into that later, because that really started on day 5. So it runs till August 11th. I can tell you now, because I'm doing this, like I said, on day 6 of my 62 days. And by the way, you'll see my prices like $11, $155, $77. These are double numbers and triple numbers, and I do have some of those, and quadruple numbers are angel numbers. You put them together, they call them angel numbers. I was very adept and studied, took classes and many things, and one of them was angelology. I actually studied with someone who has left the field because she became a born-again Christian, but she taught for many years and has many books that I believe the publisher, Hay House, I believe was her publisher, refuses to get rid of because, made them a lot of money, and she kind of wanted them taken off the market only because of her new beliefs. I think her new husband or boyfriend, whatever it is, a born-again Christian, and is against these kind of things that we all, if you're watching me, probably look into. If you don't believe in what I'm talking about or don't want to, I will, well, first of all, I'll erase any kind of negative messages here, because this is not about negativity. And I recommend, if you want to learn more and keep your mind open, look at Neville Goddard, because he has great interpretations of the Bible and the Bible stories. And I would say now, after all these years, I was raised Christian. A lot of us were. I've studied several religions just in general, because I thought it would be great to know about other people. They all have great points. They really do, but all religions were started men. So I, long time ago, stepped away from organized religion per se. The closest I've ever gotten, because I've gone back off and on throughout my life, spiritualist or spiritualism, because there are churches that are Christian based. In fact, one of them, the Metaphysical Church in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, very good. It's still very Christian based, because it's more of a kind of like what I was raised in, Congregationalist, that type of thing, Protestant that area. And that said, my mother raised me Catholic because she was Roman Catholic from the time basically birth until I was at 8 years old. Then my mother, funny as she is, said she got tired of being on her knees, so she went to the Protestants, which was the Congregationalist Church. I became a member and attended and got confirmed in the West Congregational Church. I was 13 when I was confirmed, by the way. And I was very devout for a long time, almost bordering on born again myself, although that church it was a Congregationalist church, not born again per se. But I think that happens to a lot of us who are very gifted in a lot of ways, and that comes forward. In fact, in the West Congregational Church, which is now closed, sadly closed a few years ago, it was a very nice little church for the most part. I mean, it had people in it, and there's people who are not good people, and there were people who were fine people. I saw an angel in that church, which I'll talk about another time. So I was just talking about angel numbers, so I wanted to understand that some of my prices are based on angel numbers. It's just something I'm doing. I like that. I do like angels. You can't take all the Catholic out of me. I like some of the rituals that some of the churches did per se. I don't mind talking to angels. I think it's really cool. And there was another really good book, not by Doreen Virtue, and I did meet her in person. I actually won a free class with her for a whole weekend in Tempe in 2011. That was probably the last class she gave, because after that, the boyfriend was already involved with her, and then our husband or whatever he was, and then he pulled her away right after that one. So I think that was her last one. So that said, the stuff she wrote before, incredible. I don't think she's written since. Not even sure she's really in the publishing field anymore, living her life. And one would love her to be happy, but she had incredible stories, true stories that happened to her and to others, including the 4 main archangels who are my favorites: Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel is the one for arts and artist. I mean, come on. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. They are the protectors. They are the archangels of the police force and healing. They work together all the time. They do surgeries on people, again, metaphysically, but they will also help you find the right doctor. There is nothing in the metaphysical world, no matter what anybody tells you, that says you don't have to have medical care. They were created by the universe, that we have doctors that are fine doctors, wonderful doctors that may help you get there. Also, believing in your medical team if you choose to go that way. And your medicines, even to some degree. You don't want to be too drugged out, but then again, some people, if you need the help, you need the help. And you believe it works, then it works. I'm all for putting it together, which is number one in the best healers, the best doctors. You don't have to ask them, but you can, will understand that faith has a lot to do with it. They say that, a will to live. So there are people who've gotten through cancer and various things because they had the will plus the medical care. And some people had miracle cures with no help, including Louise L. Hay, which is a good story too. You Can Heal Your Life by Louise L. Hay, one of the best books I ever read. Again, she did it without medical intervention. She was diagnosed through medical intervention, and she was told she had about 6 months to live. And she outlived that by about, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 years. So, and if you read You Can Heal Your Life, she tells you how it happened for her, which started with the affirmations and working that way. I can't say anything more that she was incredible. The teachers that I've had, some in real life, like I said, Doreen Virtue, and the others I had through reading, through studying their work, includes ones who are obviously, I think a lot of them have passed on already. First one, Dr. Wayne Dyer, which I believe I talked to him on the phone on Hay House Radio, but I can't remember. I didn't keep track of all the times I got through on the radio and talked to these people on Hay House Radio, which I believe is now also gone. He was my first, quote, guru, although there was a book called Wishcraft. I forgot what year it was published. I know I read it. I read a lot of Ruth Montgomery. She was very good at this. And I want to get back to our topic today because I should. And plus I have plenty of days to make up for in other ways, because this is what we're working on. We're working on now that I do business. And the business is, whether it's metaphysical or creative, and you want to take what's my thing, Ange, for $11. That's a really basic one. But if you have a business, and I don't, in fact, one of my clients had his cleaning business, and he paid for the $11 once and did very well, because he was just wanting to know. He even lived in another country. He lived in Canada. He lives in Canada. And he wanted my what's my thing, Ange. At least he bought that to find out about it, and I think it went really well for him. He needed to know ways now that he was getting older and the business wasn't working the way it used to, because we've had a lot of changes with Chat GPT, etc. I use them. Well, I use her. I call her or him. My voice is a guy, but I call it Chatty. That's my name. You can name your Chat GPT anything you want. It'll answer to what you tell it. Chatty and I have a great conversation. I do love it. I only got into it, well, I would say less than a year ago, through one of my best teachers, because I'll give you a contact with her. You should join her group, your first 5K, Arlen Hamilton. And I'm saying that because I am an affiliate. I will put that in here because I would love for you to join under my affiliate thing. So we both do well, and you will learn a lot from her because she has been there. She knows what it's like. She's very down to earth. She doesn't, I mean, I believe she's really into mindset, but she doesn't talk like I do with the metaphysical. That's more my thing. Of course, she's a business that was once living homeless not that long ago at the airport in San Francisco. So I highly recommend you. Let me give you that one just in the messages here. Get the affiliate marketing for that. My my school, SKOOL, and we'll have a lot of fun actually because I enjoy doing it. And a lot of this stuff that you're hearing here, you'll get some of it for free. You'll also be well aware it does cost $1 a month. That's $12 for a whole year right now. The price may go up. If you join for a year right now, it's only $10. So let's definitely, you know, you'll do well to be there. It's a good thing. And in now. So let's start with the wonderful Arlen Hamilton. I'm going to put right here in the, mine is called Create Your Thing, Create You Are Thing with Ange, and it says niche in it. So definitely, well, let me give you that one. Join that. That's, again, it will be $1 a month, and if for a year, and you don't have to pay again for a year at that price, because if you buy it that way, then you're fine. You don't have to pay again. I believe Arlen's, who I will give you the prompt for too, because I am an affiliate there, is, let's see, yeah, they're telling me about my issues right now, which is just a different thing I need to do. Haven't done yet, but will. Okay, we'll go. Yes, and I'm going to go to invite. I hope you're all still with me. Okay, I'll get that in a second. I don't know if that's for me. It might be. And we'll go about. And I can teach you how to get onto school if you want to. I would offer that probably for free. If you get my $11, I can talk. Well, actually, my $33, I give you more hands-on about Chat GPT. If you don't know it, I will teach you that, at least basics. And I also do for you, because most of mine are do for you in this case. I feel like I need to. I feel like I want to. That's what I do. You've got to give me a minute because I'm getting a little bit. But I am running a contest. That would be really, really good. Yes, that's me. Now let's see. Let me go here. I think if I go to members, I can invite people or something like that. Because I do, generally I don't do it here, but that's fine. Okay. So I'm going to put that here. If you're reading, I should probably put it in the description too, but definitely come join it. Again, Not expensive. If you're here live, please come into the chat and talk to me because that would be cool. And I'm going to give you Arlen Hamilton, my affiliate number, because it's so, so good. I have learned a lot from her. And so it's really cool. And she offers sometimes, as a member, you do get a lot of free information. You have she has a lot of people in there now. I was the first one that ever joined How to Get Your First 5K, by the way. Her very first person. She only started it a few months ago, and I was the first one to join, which was cool. Keep that in mind. And there's a lot of people there now. She has a lot of members. Oh my gosh, I forgot, but I was the very first one. And the day she started it, a bunch of people signed up, but I was, I said, one. You know I was. Let me find her. Just find her first main page, because that would be where I would be. Oh, where am I? Here I am. Okay, and let's see my settings, which is cool. Let's go into, I'm in a few groups, but I'm most active in the first 5K, which is, like I said, Arlen's group, which I'm getting to. And then I'm active in mine. I have two. The other one might picked up. I don't know if you can go to it right now, but I'll check. I'll see if I can do an invite now because they changed some things. And I would love for you to join that one. That one I actually do one-on-one in that. This is our follow this link, which I'll put in here. Did I disappear? Oh, there I am. Okay, follow this link and go there. Join that because it's so worth it. There's so much to learn, especially if you want to learn about a lot of the business that I'm still learning and have. And then you take my $11 and my $33 and all this. I give you a lot because I've learned a lot. A lot of it I've learned throughout my life too. Because Arlen Hamilton's a young woman compared. I'm almost 62. Arlen's in her 40s, and I only started working with her, give or take 10 months ago, 11 months ago, from her videos on YouTube. They're incredible. So I would recommend them. And yeah, come check it out. Now I'm going to go back to what I was talking about, and you'll see the contest because you keep in touch, keep watching because there'll be more. The toxic people, which is our thing today. You are allowed to leave. Leave. Now, sometimes it's dangerous to leave, but it's much more dangerous to stay. You are probably 10 times more likely to be hurt or maimed or killed by staying with toxic people. And of course, that includes friends. If you have friends that are toxic in any way to your sensibilities and what works for you, they depress you, whatever. Toxicity doesn't necessarily mean they're violent. But you owe no one your suffering. You just don't. You owe yourself your sanity, your peace, and your joy. And joy is yours. That's what we were born to have. You are the bravest souls being in this is love. It's unconditional love. And I believe I talked about this last time I went live. So be brave now. Walk away while you still have your light. And seek help as you need it. If you need help, definitely. Law enforcement, if they say no, keep asking because there's always somebody to say yes. You can always go above and beyond somebody because everybody has something of a boss in this 3D world. Somebody has to answer somebody. And they will. And I'm talking about human people. You know, I've gotten through many of those. I think I did talk about this yesterday. You do not have to look respectful to people who disrespect you. Because sometimes we say, I don't want to leave because it looks like I'm disrespectful or I look like a bad person. No, no. You are you. You have a right to be, you are respectful. You're respecting yourself. And the number one person to respect, first of all, you earn respect. It's nobody is owed respect. When somebody says, I demand respect, when somebody says, I demand respect, well, good for them. I don't have to give them respect unless they earn it. And I give most people respect in general just because they haven't unearned it. But if they prove they're toxic, then can be no respect for a disrespectful person. Just can't. And I walk away. I don't have to change them, which is also, that's going to be tomorrow's, which will probably be hopefully be tonight or today. And yeah, let them be who they are. You don't have to be loyal to crazy people or chaos. You don't have to be the crazy whisperer. It's not fun. If you don't know anybody crazy, well, you probably, I hope you don't. But if you're crazy, I'm a little crazy, but toxic. I think so. And if I am, those people, that's another thing I want to. Like you are toxic to them, then that's their choice. So I'm a coach. I'm an intuitive, a psychic medium, a creative strategist, and a law of assumption teacher. So if you're looking for your cycles, find your real calling or create income for your passions, or you don't know what it is you really want to do now that you're retired. I seem to, people in my age range seem to congregate to me, mostly women, because I'm a woman of a certain age, but I am open to men, younger people, older people. Come on in. Baby boomers, Generation X, Generation Z. As long as you're an adult at this point, if you have a child that you think needs some guidance, I can do that, but it would be with obviously the parents' permission. And let me know. I can help you, so you can check out my subscribe right here, and watch me shake. Yeah, that's fun. You are the light, by the way. You are the treasure, and I want to let you know that. So day three's question answered. This is the answer today. You do not have to stay with toxic people in any form whatsoever, even if they're family. You are allowed to walk away. Many people have. If that's what it is, it is. It's sad when it happens within the family, but it has happened in families. You're allowed to change your life, and you're allowed to choose peace. You need getting unstuck? Book a $33 mini session with me, because those ones are that's more in depth, or one of the others. They're all listed here in the description, and there are more. Keep watching. And like I said, subscribe to my Substack, because there's a lot there too, which also gives you ways to, if you want to purchase even my big packages. If you know what you want to do and have a business already, I have packages from 1,111 all the way to 5,555, which is very, very hands-on. And I do have a way of helping people make money. I do. And look, the contest is, if 55 people buy my $11, once I hit 55, I'm going to pull names from everybody who joined, and somebody's going to get $100 from me. A second person, okay, just to give this to you quick, the second winner is going to get my 33 or another one of my things. I have a $55 one, which I haven't advertised that much. They will get either the 33 or the 55. It will be their choice for free. So 2 winners. One person gets $100. That's the big winner. And well, you're all winners. And the second person after 55, after I get 55 people straight up, and I'll send you a list of, of how many people I got if you need, or you guys can post it yourself once you buy. It's right on Facebook. Go to my Facebook, Angela Teresa. I think it's Angela Teresa. I don't even know the URL for my Facebook, but anyways, look up Angela Teresa, Teresa. I have 2. There's also Angela Teresa Ejic, which I would be the only one, because I think I'm the only one with the last name Ejic on Facebook, or at least advertising that Ejic on Facebook, or at least advertising that way. There are a few, I think, from another country, but Angela Teresa Ejic, I think I'm the only Angela, and the only Angela Teresa Ejic. That is my business account, so if you'd rather subscribe to that one, you can. That's my Facebook. And my Angela Teresa, which I'm on much more often because I've had it since 2007. You can come there. I don't know if I have a lot of room left. I have maybe, if I have 5,000 people, they may not let me have more, but I also have several pages on there, pages for different things, including my Law of Assumption page, Goddesses page. So if you look at my name, you can, if you don't find it, I mean, I'll post it. It's probably on my, if you subscribe, you'll find all those answers. They're in some of the descriptions of different things of where to find me. because I do different ones on each one, so it doesn't overwhelm you. You'll see some of the classes I offer, so that's all good. So subscribe to the YouTube here, because that's going to get you all the information of things that are up for sale and that I'm currently doing. And so is my Substack. My Substack is brand new, but I'm, like I said, I think I'm on day, and you can, if you have any questions, post comments. I will answer as many as I can. If they're crazy, I walk away from toxic people. I also delete them. But you can ask me questions that you think are crazy, as long as they're not personally attacking me or personally attacking any of the people who follow me or who want this information. So no opinions necessary. I don't take advice unless I ask for it. And then I sometimes do. I'm not against that. If you have something, yeah, that's also with sales, because I get quite a few of those, like they want to sell me and get me more people. If you want to get me more people, buy my class, and then you can be a person who gives me that kind of thing, and we'll talk from there. But I'm not just going to buy you to say you're going to get me 5,000 leads. I love everyone, but I want 5,000 sales, not 5,000 leads. I'd take 5,000 followers, subscribers. That'll work. That'd be great, because I would love that. I love helping people, because you're there. This is what we're here for. Remember, it's free to be on YouTube. It's free at this point. It's been free. I will probably keep that way, at least to some degree, for followers. You subscribe, you get all this information. You get a lot of free stuff. I gave you a lot of free stuff today. I'll give you more soon.